the world, Logan here. The official Apple Magic Keyboard is coming out in May, but it will cost at least $300 US. Now I have here with me a $40 alternative. Let's try it out and see how it works with the new iOS 13.4. Let's start with the case. The hard shell case fits tightly around the iPad Pro. There's a pen slot for the Apple Pencil so the pen can still charge wirelessly after snapping onto the iPad. A full-blown hinge is introduced here. It is strong and thus offers a wide range of viewing angles. Unlike the official Apple Smart Keyboard Folio, the keyboard here requires charging, and it charges through a USB Type-C charger. The keys are quite well spaced. There is sufficient travel and feedback, and overall it is comfortable to type on. The keyboard is also backlit, and by backlit, I don't just mean white backlight. It has RGB backlighting. On the top row, there are a number of function keys, including the home button, copy and paste shortcuts, and media keys. The new iOS system update brings better cursor support, and this definitely shows. You can customize the cursor setting in two places, first in general, then trackpad and mouse, and second in accessibility, pointer and control. In particular, when you turn on pointer animations, you can see that when the cursor is close to an icon or an option in the menu bar, it snaps into the icon to indicate selection. This is very neat indeed from Apple. Anyhow, back to the trackpad here in question. Though a little small in size, the trackpad is accurate and responsive. There is no lag or delay when moving the cursor around. Clicks on the trackpad is acceptable, but the thud it makes is not that satisfying. Gesture controls on this trackpad is not compatible with the inherent Apple trackpad gestures, but it does support some degree of two-finger scrolling. Unfortunately, the scrolling is not that smooth and swiping left and right is a little laggy. All in all though, I think this $40 keyboard with trackpad is not that bad at all. In fact, with updates to the gesture controls, it might be as capable as the upcoming Magic Keyboard. Of course, we will have to wait for the Magic Keyboard to come out to see if it has one or two more tricks up its sleeves. Okay, so the ultimate question. Can the iPad Pro, along with iOS 13.4 and the Magic Keyboard, replace your laptop? Well, it is very promising. The hardware is up to point, the processor is powerful enough, the improved cursor support definitely adds to the equation, and don't forget that the iPad Pro can actually give you desktop browsing experience with Desktop Safari. However, multitasking on the iPad Pro still isn't as great as that of a laptop. On top of that, apps on the iPad Pro are still very much tablet-centric. It will need some time before computer-like features can be brought into the interface. Not to mention that, for example, if you are a Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere user, you just don't have the same program at your disposal with the iPad Pro. I therefore think that the iPad Pro and the laptop are still two very different products. In fact, there are two very different products for different purposes for the better. If you are looking for a device for media consumption, which is more portable and with pen support for dedicated apps, go with the iPad Pro. But if you are someone who needs vigorous file management or does some or even a lot of multitasking, I will stick with the laptop. That's it for me for now. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Logue out.